Today I want to show you how to wire one of these LED lights into your Vmax.
You're watching the Kodokuna Rider YouTube channel.
Hi, as you can see it's still cloudy. We were going to get a typhoon today hitting, but it's skirted off a little bit into the ocean, but we're still going to get the effects, and it's going to rain this afternoon, so we're still very overcast and we're expecting some big rain soon. So a few people have sent me some emails. They've bought this headlight and they're not sure how to do the wiring. So let me pull this section of the headlight off and I'll show you how I do the wiring on it. So this is the headlight. Now you'll see on the top and the bottom here, that's the lights that just run during the daytime. So when I switch on my ignition, this top light and bottom light are always on, and then my high and low beams are in this section of the headlight here. So on the back here you'll have a plug. Now if you have a normal headlight, these are the same pin setup as you'll have as a globe. So it's just going to plug straight into your system on your Vmax, and this little extra wire here that I've got, this is the wire that runs your lights that run during the day when I switch my ignition on. So let me take you back to the bike and I'll show you how it wires in. So here is just the headlight pin coming out that would go to your globe, and here is the pin that on the back of this light here that just plugs in there. So it's very simple. Now what you've got to make sure is that these wires line up the same as with this pin. So I'll switch my headlight on and I'll show you how this is going to work. Okay, so I've got my earth strap down there. So one of these pins now has to be alive. I've got the light on. So here nothing. Oh, so there we go. One of them has got power, one of them's got nothing. So let's check. Are we on high beam or low beam? Okay, it looks like we're on low beam. Okay, so now we're on high beam. Should be the other one. Okay, so here's our power wire high beam. This is our low beam, and this has to be our negative. Okay, so if you do switch on your light and you find that you switch it on high beam and your low beam's on, you're going to have to change these two wires around here. Now this is a new plug I put on mine because the old one was all broken and everything. If you've still got your original plug, just make sure your two wires here line up with your headlight globe. If your high beam and low beam are wrong, well, you're going to have to change these wires around here. Okay. Now this wire here is a wire I've brought through from my ignition switch on the side. I've just connected into a wire that when I switch my ignition on, I've got power. So you see I've got power there. When I switch the ignition off, it goes off. So whenever my ignition on, this has got power. Okay, so let me get my headlight. Plug that in there. Plug that in there. Okay. Switch my ignition on. Oh, headlights on. He blinded me. There you can see the two daylights running there. So if I switch my headlight on now, I don't want to blind you. Okay, there I switch my headlight on. High beam, low beam, high beam, low beam. Great, and it's as simple as that. So most of these headlights are just simply plug in, but you need to run a wire through here to run through. Now I have seen another setup. It's got two colors here. I've got white. Another wire can come through here. Sometimes they're your lights that you can actually make yellow lights here for your daylights. And another one I saw was negative and positive. So you have to bring a negative wire through and a positive wire through to run your daylights. But very simple, just find a positive wire from your ignition switch, plug into it, join into it, bring it in here, and you've got your switch there. So let me put this back all together and I'll show you one more time. Okay, there it's all back together and my ignition is on now. So you can see just that top and bottom one is on. So they'll always be on when I'm driving down the road. Switch my headlight on. There you go, and then high beam, low beam. So I hope that helps. I'm really happy to show these little things. They don't take long to do, but some people, are not very mechanically minded and they're learning how to do these things. So I'm really glad to help, and it's exciting to see people having a go and doing things themselves. I really like that. So thanks a lot. I hope this helps. Have a wonderful day. Drive like you know each other. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye.
Please like and subscribe. And always remember, drive like you know each other. See you next time. Bye bye. Ha 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 ha!